Hello everyone, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this is the Bible Reloaded, and this is Jake Reed's number...
Stacy's mom.
Wow, really pandering to
Do you remember it?
Yeah, she's got it going on. She's all I want, and I've waited for so long.
That doesn't make any sense.
No.
You've waited for so long that you've only been friends with Stacy in order to tap that mom ass?
I think that's the implication, yeah.
Yeah, but odds are against her mom being a pedophile.
Honestly, I'd like to think that kid got what he wanted, and then later in life realized how fucked up it was. Kind of like a Twilight Zone ending. It's a slow burn. Anyway. First comment comes from the chick tracked Who You Know. And Pain Called Living, ooh, was he an emo kid? We don't know.
Aww.
Says, what's the second worst thing you can do to a child?
I didn't know the answer to this, but Hugo had the perfect answer after he read this. So Hugo, I will let you answer this question because it was too good. It was the correct answer.
Well, the second worst thing you can do to a child is obviously after the child is born and they are in your household, maybe even for like the first year or two, you know, be a normal parent. But at some point you need to pretend like you do not realize this kid is there. You need to ignore the child, pretend you can't see or hear them. When they do things, you don't even notice it. Like even if they throw a tantrum, they throw stuff off walls, you go, oh wow, what's going on? Anyway, the point is you basically neglect every nurturing instinct that you need to have a child. See what happens. I'm curious. I want to see what your child grows up to do. Then maybe let them out into the real world one day, and they think maybe then they think they're like a superhero and no one can see them. But then immediately they get caught and they bring them to your house and you go, "What the fuck have you been doing?"
Do you think that maybe that would turn into another Twilight Zone thing where maybe they think that you were the ghost all along?
I don't know.
And they were raised by ghosts?
I don't know. I'm just sick of ethics boards telling you what kind of experiments you can run on children and animals. No progress will get done until I can do whatever I want to a child.
Oh, God. We should... There should still be limits.
This is from a review of Saving Christmas. Alish Former says, be nice to VeggieTales. I'm not religious, but VeggieTales is awesome.
VeggieTales is garbage. It's super bad. It doesn't even have, like, clever writing. You know what I mean?
I grew up with VeggieTales because I was raised Christian. Not good show looking back. Do I have nostalgia for it? Oh yeah. Is it good? Oh no.
I certainly don't. No, it's bad. I've watched it since. Hugo has made me watch it a few times. And no, not good. Not a good show. You know what's surprisingly good show? Barbie's Dream House on Netflix. Surprisingly good writing.
That is hilarious. Everyone go and watch Barbie's Dream House on Netflix. It's fucking hilarious. I'm shocked. I sat there with Jake one day. I think we watched like 2 episodes. Two grown men. I'll tell you what. I mean, as much as you can call us men, but that's what we were doing.
And then we played with Barbies. It was cool.
This is from the last Jake Reads. That's nice. It's nice when you can reap what you sow.
Yeah, I try.
Edgar Addington May. I like the hyphen. There's a story in that hyphen. I don't know what it is, but there it is. Hey Jake, if you and Hugo were in a homosexual relationship, who would be the top and who would be the bottom? We've answered this question before. We've answered this.
Right, but the first time around, it was clearly you were the bottom.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah, and we decided that you would rip upon me entering you and yada yada. But since then, I think I've changed my mind, and I think maybe I'll be the bottom, because thinking about it, I believe that I would be better at taking a dick than staying hard to give one into a man butt.
I don't want to look at you naked, though.
You don't have to look at me naked. It can be a butt-specific glory hole.
I feel like you're hairy enough
just
from the
my
waist
anus
down that I would feel it, though. And I don't want to
feel
hairy.
Like
I don't want to feel like I'm fucking Snuffleupagus. So, like,
well, I'm not saying we have to. But I'm saying if we were, we could do this like a glory hole where I just stick my anus to the hole, and maybe you wax it for me before, like after I press it up, you wax it, and then do your thing. I mean, that's totally fine. I just don't think that I could stay erect. I think you would be super excited though. I think you'd be double rock hard.
Yeah, that'd just be from the dominance, the surge of dominance that I felt for the first time in my life.
Yeah, but no, we're not gay. People think we're gay together. We only
I wonder why.
Sometimes.
Didn't you just say that I could wax your butthole basically?
That doesn't mean you're gay. That just means we're close friends. friends whacked each other's pieces.
Next comment. Next comment from Atheist Bible Study number 96, Jack Carpenter. That's a good, strong name. You're a director or maybe an action hero.
Well,
Dear Hugo and Jay.
It sounds like he would defuse bombs like during the climax and then also get the girl. Jack Carpenter in Trail of Justice. I don't know. It's a trail of justice. Just in the woods.
For some reason, that just makes me think Trail of Tears. Jack Carpenter directly responsible for the deaths of so many Native Americans. You bastard. Anyway, dear Hugo and Jake, do you believe that you have made it big yet, or do you still see yourselves as a smaller YouTube channel?
This is an interesting question because I guess that's relative. Big? No. Like, YouTube isn't asking me to do shit. You know what I saw today in fucking Walmart? Which, by the way, I tried to go to Walmart, but I was looking for stocking stuffers. It didn't work out. I saw action figures of YouTubers.
No. Which ones? Yeah. Probably PewDiePie and...
No, it was... the only one I recognized was, like, Captain Sparkles or... There was gaming people.
Oh, yeah.
Markiplier wasn't there, which was weird, because he's the only one I know besides PewDiePie, really. But, no, that's weird to me. That's a thing?
Yeah,
I get it, I suppose, but like we're kind of like this cult following sort of thing. Like we're like one of those hipster bands. Like
we're lower middle class.
We're really fucking good. Let's be honest. We're great. You guys have fantastic taste, but we're not big enough. We're not mainstream. We're the Fedora of YouTube.
See, I would have said we're the trailer park of YouTube. Now, don't get me wrong. We used to be homeless YouTube. Now we're in trailer park YouTube. And then, like, maybe a couple years down the line, we'll get, like, a shitty loft YouTubers. But, like, people like PewDiePie, they're living in, mansions. And that's not figurative. He makes $7 million a year.
We don't make that many dollars. We don't make nearly that many dollars. So I would say I find ourselves as... I like to use the term YouTube middle class. I think that's relatively accurate. We this is our job, but we're certainly not affluent.
No.
So tell your fucking friends, Jack Carpenter. That's a name with a lot of pull, I'm sure, in circles. So tell your goddamn friends. And maybe we'll be big. And maybe we'll make PewDiePie money. Maybe we'll have action figures. Actually, I would like Jake and Hugo fleshlights.
That are like our butts?
Our butts are our mouths or our vaginas. It's fine.
This is from the Chick Tract Fatal Decision, Luke V, or perhaps, maybe, Luke Roman numeral 5. I'm not going to presume. Radio host Hugo and Jay, you guys would make the best, worst breakfast radio show ever. Dumb prank calls and contests would be great.
Yeah, so this is because we did the Hugo and the Badger thing the other day, and for the first time, I guess I hadn't ever told my girlfriend about that bit we did, and on your Christmas present that I haven't sent to you yet, it says, to Hugo from the Badger, and she's like, what the fuck? And so I explained it to her, and she thought it was funny. I also think that Hugo and the Badger is funny, and would be very successful, mostly because of the Badger.
Okay, I shit on the Badger all the time. The Badger, like I said, bad at the soundboard stuff, but honestly no worse than us. Our audio quality is shit half the time anyway. The real thing that I like about the Badger, though, doesn't give me any shit, as opposed to Jake, who gives me all the shit. Though the Badger does literally shit in the studio, so really it's more of a, do I want to take my lumps metaphorically or literally today?
I'm really looking forward to the Hugo and the Badger radio show in the morning, like 6 a.m., right before the good stuff comes on, and maybe you sit there with your coffee and you talk about current events like, hey, how about Trump? And then you go on this long tirade, and the Badger just goes, and gives you some Badger noises. See, is that a Badger noise?
I don't know what a Badger sounds like. See, I think it's a little more like...
Is it just like a mangy cat?
Yeah, basically.
/ beaver? It's kind of like what a Badger is. It's a cat beaver.
Hugo and the cat beaver. This is from an older video. This is from our first movie review, God's Not Dead. Nacho Macho Games says, in Africa, people have electricity, vaccinations, and houses. You guys are retarded. Jake, you want to explain why they're even saying this, or?
Yeah, so if you don't remember, Right near the end of the God's Not Dead movie, Hercules, a.k.a. Kevin Sorpo, gets hit by a car, and then the biracial pastoral bromance, one of whom is black, and he sounds like he's from Africa. He has like an accent from one of the countries within that continent. And Hugo made a joke like, you know why he's so excited? Because this is a good death in Africa, getting hit by a car, making a joke. People take us seriously every once in a while on that joke, like, Africa's not all bad. As if to say Africa has a redeeming quality.
I would say, no, see, I would totally say, okay, let's say we can take a vote. Which continent do you want to visit least? And Antarctica isn't on the list because that's barely a continent.
Although I'm super interested in Antarctica.
Sure.
Africa's probably at the bottom of the list, but it's not. It's just got like very little things I want in it.
I would probably you're right, I would go to Antarctica and visit a research base and hang out with penguins before I would go to Africa. And I mean anywhere in Africa, including Egypt or South Africa. But that's mostly because they filmed Cheape there, and I can't forgive the landmass for that.
Fuck you, die Antword. You guys know what that is? You should look up Fatty Boom Boom.
Hey, Fatty Boom Boom, bing ding.
Yeah, you need to pause this video and go to Fatty Boom Boom. Open up another tab, come back, tell me how you felt about it.
Another comment from Fatal Decision, another one of our Chick Tract videos. Nathan Anderson says, did y'all know they're gonna do a penis transplant?
There is no more TBR-centric comment than this one.
Why? Because it involves dicks?
Did y'all know they're gonna try to do a penis transplant? That's such an us thing.
I thought people already did that.
I
know
don't
they reattached people's own penises, so I guess I always assumed it was possible. I mean, technically,
yeah, but I assume you couldn't get very many people that wanted to donate their penis.
I guess I'd assume it's a cadaver thing. You have a dead dude penis, and then that's your pickup line from now on. Guess what, ladies? Franken penis. This penis was dead, but now it's back to life just for you. Are you gonna tell it no? And that's how I am alone.
Do you think where do you start? Like, how far down your own dick do you need? Like, say it got cut halfway through. Yep. Are we adding the rest of the new dick to the, like, halfway up the shaft? Or are we taking it down to the base to, diminish the amount of scar?
You gotta pull the old dick out at the root and start fresh.
Oh, kind of like a flower bed.
Yeah.
You weed that shit out. You till it up. And then you stick a new penis in it. What I do with my flowers, I suppose. Do you think he can elect into an upgrade, or are they like, no, we're getting you a standard penis? Like, you can't. We're not waiting for what's a porn guy's name?
Ron Jeremy.
Ron Jeremy? Is that the one? Is that the one I don't? Okay. We're not waiting for him to die.
No.
Give you his dick. Would you go without a dick for a year if you were promised a triple-sized dick?
A triple size is too big. Triple size is way too big.
Okay, double. I agree, but I'm just saying, like,
Double's
whatever your ideal bigness is, would you go a year without a dick?
What am I doing in that year?
Not having a dick.
Like, how am I peeing?
Just the front hole, the hole that where your dick used to be. It's still your urethra.
Does it hurt?
You just have a dick. It won't hurt.
Is there any sort of sexual relief that I can get from the hole?
Just wet dreams, probably. I can't imagine you could get any sort of stimulation on your actual dick since it's gone.
All right, I'm game.
Maybe if you're into butt stuff.
Oh, plus I get to do butt stuff. Totally, yeah. Then I'm on board.
Okay. All right. I was just wondering.
Final comment comes again from Fatal Decision. Jake just got lazy and looked at all the comments on Fatal Decision this time.
There were just a ton of them.
Noah Stavish says, guys, Cillian is an Irish name. It's pronounced Killian. Come on, you're better than that.
No, we're fucking not.
No.
Have you seen this show?
No.
Cillian Murphy appreciates it, I'm sure. Way more than Killian. Killian's the worst. Killian.
Ugh.
That doesn't even follow phonetically how it's supposed to be done. C, then a vowel, followed by a consonant. Right?
I don't know.
Cat, I guess, works.
American English is kind of fucky. I don't know.
It's Cillian. That's clearly Cillian.
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying.
It's got a vowel following the second.
Well, that's what I'm saying. In
consonants.
the United States, clearly that'd be a Cillian, but if it's an Irish name, I don't know what those crazy Irish bastards are doing. They'd fucking
put a K there. Put a K there, or we're gonna take your potatoes or whatever you have there.
You're in Idaho. You're basically in the Ireland of America.
Yeah, it's awesome. There's mountains and they don't have a milkman. They just drop potatoes on your door, and we drink potato milk.
Potato? Where do you milk a potato?
You ever cut a potato open? Probably not, actually.
No, I don't deal with food before it's ready.
It has like a starchy liquid that comes out of it.
Oh,
it's potato milk.
That's gross.
You could lick it. It's not good. Do smelly bag in life.
So thanks everyone. I guess that's this episode of Jake Reads Your Comments. If you want, you can always follow him on Twitter at Bible Reloaded.
You could follow Hugo at Hugo Reloaded, and you could subscribe and ask your own questions, and then I'll answer them. Probably not.
You can always donate to our Patreon campaign. We do a once-a-month patron-only hangout. That's a lot of fun. Am I making it sound fun? It is.
I'm sure they're super excited about it.
Yeah.
You guys are pumped. You can feel the enthusiasm in Hugo's voice.
Yeah.
And you can feel the vibrations in your loins.
So thanks everyone. Until next time, I'm Hugo.
And I'm Jake.
And this has been Jake Reads number...
Stacy's mom. I've never wanted to get with an older woman.
If they had made that song about the reverse, it would have come off as really creepy.
You know what I found
Trevor's dad has got it going on. Wanna suck an old man's penis. Got that gruff 5 p.m. shadow 'cause he's old.